sing one song, sit down? Okay. So you'll tell them when to go. No, don't. I'll do it once he starts.
Okay. So Michael, you guys are going to vamp the beginning because she's going to talk.
Oh, you don't have to vamp that long. I can talk. I know the intro. I'm good. You don't have to vamp. I can talk on your intro. Okay.
You want to keep going with that?
Yes.
Yeah, but I think I'll be finished in time.
Okay.
You have a
Okay,
few
gotcha.
bars, yeah.
I follow.
Yeah.
Me and my
So I
zit
think,
about to
so you
sing
want
the
he
song.
can start? Okay.
You guys ready?
Yes.
Aloha, everybody. How are you doing? I'm Faith. I'm just so happy to be here with you. I get to play with this amazing band and these singers. Yes. And so we have all the words for you. You're going to learn all my songs. So here we go. Vibrant colors fill this place. See the warmth in every face. Look around at the rainbow of people who come to praise. Sing a mother dressed in red stands next to a World War vet. And up in the front there are children, brown, black, and white. Oh, the candle glows and the spirit flows. The word's been brought to life. Yes, you can stand. Let's keep going. We come together today, put every difference away to share our colors of praise. We blend our voices with love, reach out to the one God above. We shout with colors of praise, colors of praise. Look around, so many beautiful people here. We each walk our different paths, look to find a love that lasts. Here to paint a picture in gladness and joy in that. Some t-shirts, some wear ties, many who have changed their lives. From the streets we have come to make this place our very home. Oh, the candle glows and the spirit flows. The word's been brought to life. Here we go. We come together today, put every difference away to share our colors of praise. We blend our voices with love, reach out to the one God in love. We shout with colors of praise, colors of praise. White gold, pink rose, red glow, purple nest, cool black, love lasts. Evermore said God flows like a rainbow, and our hearts glow as the joy grows, and we all show the colors of godliness. Oh, the candle glows and the spirit flows. The word's been brought to life, brought to life. We come together today, put every difference away to share our colors of praise. Reach out to the one God in love. We shout with colors of praise. We shout with colors of praise. We come together today, put every difference away to share our colors of praise. To share our colors of praise. We blend our voices with love. Reach out to the one God in love. We shout with colors of praise. Colors of Love flows like a rainbow. We all show the colors of godliness. Love flows like a rainbow. We all show the colors of godliness. Love flows like a rainbow.
Good morning, Unity of Omaha. Hello, so good to see you all. And isn't it wonderful that we have Faith Rivera? She is an Emmy Award-winning singer and songwriter. So these songs that you're hearing today, she wrote them. Very talented, very, very talented. We're so excited to have her with us today. And you know, she's a mother, and this is the first time that she's been, since the whole pandemic thing, this is her first gig, y'all. Her first gig. Yeah. Right, yeah. So, and afterwards, she is going to have, she has a little booth set up there. So make sure that you look, CDs and lots of other fun things. I was looking. So make sure that you stop by after service, okay? Great. So let's go ahead and get this. It's going to be short and sweet. It's going to be different than what we normally do. So everybody breathe into the change and just be okay. So Foundations of Unity. If you want to become a member, we will be starting the class Tuesday. And we have two classes at 11:30 here at church, or you can do it on Zoom. And then we also have a class at 7 o'clock on Zoom also. And this is Tuesday day and Tuesday night. So there was an email sent out. If you want to register, either see myself or Larita, raise your hand, and we can get you registered. Okay, and we have a great big September here. It's a lot going on. So next week, we are having our circulation day, but also the fall festival. Yay! Last year was parking lot party. This year it's fall festival. So food trucks, free face painting, henna. We have the whole 9 yards, drum circle. So come and have fun. Drop off what you no longer serves you and pick up something that does. 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. next Saturday. Okay. And then also, we are going to be changing some of the bylaws. And so we need to tell you that members who can vote, we are going to be having a special membership meeting after service Sunday, October 2nd. We will have the bylaws and the sections that we're changing, so it'll be very concise and clear for you to see what we're changing, okay? And we'll keep talking about this, so. All right. And now, first we're going to have our prayer chaplain, Ken. He is going to say the, what is it called? Yeah, do the reading. Sorry, I'm so excited.
This reading's for me, but I'll let you listen in, okay? Be still and know. One of the most helpful verses in the Bible is to be found in the 46th Psalm. Be still and know that I am God. When you do not know where to turn, when you do not know what to do to find your way out of some difficulty, take these words to yourself. Be still and know that I am God. As you say them to your mind, to your emotions, to your thoughts, to your body, you will make way for the Spirit to enter into your consciousness. You will cease trying to tell Spirit what you need. You will not try to tell Spirit what to do. Rather, you will be still. You will listen. You will give Spirit a chance to express itself through you. To make Spirit known through you, to come through you, to make His Spirit known to you, to open the way before you. Many times, our greatest need is for stillness. We scatter our energy and our forces by talking about ourselves, about our problems. The true silence, that is communion with Spirit, is more than just being still. The beginning has to be a simple act of stopping all the outer talk, the outer striving and straining, the basic act of being still. To be still, this is the first step. And know that I am God is the second. When we are still, when we know that there is only Spirit, that Spirit's presence enfolds us, surrounds us, fills us with power, with life, with substance, when we know that we are one with Spirit, then we see that there are really no problems. There is only Spirit, and in Spirit is all that we can ever need or desire. What is your need? Is it healing? Is it guidance in making some decision? Is it supply? Is it a job? Is it freedom from confusion and in harmony in your environment? Your answer is with you now. Be still and know that I am God. I am life. I am health. I am wisdom. I am guidance. I am supply. I am fulfillment. I am peace. I am the perfection you seek. I am God. I am with you now.
Amen, and so it is. And I think that's also a perfect prayer right there. And I just want all of us just to hold just a tiny bit of silence, because it is September 11th, and we all know what happened on that date. And we all know that those souls, those consciousness are with us now in that energy. So let's just honor them by just a tiny moment of silence. Thank you. Okay, and now we are, like I said, it's going to be different, but it's exciting. We are going to do the Walk of Abundance right now. And I would like to emphasize, this is a love offering for Faith. So please make sure that you show her that energy of loving, of giving and receiving. And then this is for Unity of Omaha. So for those of you, please come up front and take an affirmation. And for YouTube and Facebook, go to unityomaha.org, scroll down, click on donate, or you can text to give at 402-543-5339. And let's say, see, it is different.
Right.
Let's say the affirmation, shall we? I open myself to the divine flow of goodness, ideas, and substance. And so it is.
We know most of you know this song, Eddie Watkins' tune, right? I Fly. So we're doing something a little different with this one. We're going to start off, and in music, you know, you progress through the octaves. So this song is about I Fly, right? So we're going to ascend. We'll start off in the G3s and the G4s octaves and so on, and then we'll give it over to the afterburner over here. We'll kick it out through the clouds at the end. So, yeah. No tempo, easy. I let it go. I release the things I'm clinging to. I release what's holding me. I'm falling into God's love. I let it be. There's nothing more for me to do. There's nothing more to say. And I'm falling into God's love. Oh, I feel Spirit holding me, yeah, and it is lifting me on high. I rise on a power I can't see. On the wings of love I fly. I
nothing more to say. I'm just falling into God's love. I feel Spirit holding me. It is lifting me on high. I rise on a power I can't see, and on the wings of love I fly. I rise on a power that I can't see. On the wings of love I fly. I rise on a power that I can't see. I don't ask why. I don't need to understand everything. Ooh, and it's my faith I'm blind, and it's by faith I see. I see.
Hey. Come on, Unity. Hey.
I feel Spirit holding me. It is lifting me on high. And I rise on a power I can't see, and on the wings of love I fly. I rise on a power that I can't see. On the wings of love I fly. I rise on a power that I can't see. And you can fall into God's love. I rise on a power that I can't see. On the wings of love you will rise. I rise on a power that I can't see. And we'll fall into God's love. I rise on a power that I can't see. On the wings of love and I believe. I rise on a power that I can't see. 'Cause I'm falling into God's love. I rise on a power that I can't see. On the wings of love. So you can rise, rise, rise. And I'm falling into God's love. I rise on a power that I can't see. Let it go.
Hey.
On the wings of love. You will rise. I rise on
Here
a
it is.
power that I and I'm falling into God's love.
We all got caught up in the music. And it's different. And different is good. We all have to use our brains today. Okay. So let's all go ahead and bless these offerings and tithes and talents and love that we have received. Because what comes in goes out. And we know that this message of unity, of peace, love, and oneness is coming in us, around us, and through us. And we push that out into the world, knowing that we are making a change one day at a time. And so it is. Amen. And we can go ahead.
don't know that you need me. Your music team is pretty slamming over here. And your minister, so thank you.
Are we glad to have you?
I heard you slide on
We're
your
glad
knees
to
and
have
stuff,
you.
so I may ask for that later.
Okay.
Although you may get rug burn. Okay. I'm going to share a song with you now entitled God Is. I just want to tell you how it came about, because it's probably not the likely story. I was taking classes with Reverend Michael Beckwith at the Agape Spiritual Center. Roots class, right? Learning the fundamentals of science of mind at that time. And Ricky Byers, who was director there of the music, was seeing me for an audition. It was early on in my career. I was so excited, and I sang actually one of the songs I'm going to sing today. And when I was done, she said, Faith, wow, you got it all. You can write, you can sing, you can play, you can perform. I was like, this is going good. And she goes, you're slick. And I was like, that's not a good word. And then she says, I know you can go deeper. So my ego was like, people cry when I sing, you know. But this song was the result of her telling me that, and it was the final project for my class of Reverend Michael, and the song that I would eventually sing on Agape's stage. So it's a song that continues to teach me to this day, and I know it's the truth about who you are. Where I am, God is. Where I stand, God is standing strong. Where I breathe, God is breathing life in and out and through me. As me, where I sing, God is. Where I dance, joy lifts my feet. Where I live, beauty's flowing free, in and out and through me. As me, where I doubt, God is the faith in me. Where I cry, God is the comfort there. Where I seek, God is the answer. Here and now, forever and ever and ever. Where I speak, truth is. Where I work, love is my career. Where I play, God is playing boldly, in and out and through me. As me. Oh, oh. Do-do-do. Oh, oh, hey, yes. Where I am, where I stand, where I play, where I work and breathe in and move and be, where I sing, where I dance my dance, wherever I go. Life is joy is God is. Thank you. Thank you. Life seems pretty good when we remember that, right? As she said, it's my first time out in 3 years from Hawaii. I moved back home 5 years ago from Los Angeles to raise my little kids with grandma and auntie and cousins and all that. So I'll be honest with you, on that plane ride, coming, I was really anxious. You know, it's different. I'm usually washing the dishes and cooking for the little kids, you know. So, but it's my honor that my first time back can be here with you. And so that's special. But wait, you want to know why it's super special? I found out yesterday your connection with Reverend Sky St. John. You know, he was in Hawaii, right? Unity of Hawaii. And every time I went home, I would get to sing, you know, for him, with him. And it's the coolest thing. I don't know if Reverend Brenda tells you this, but she said Reverend Sky is so present here, especially for her now as she's taking on the ministry. So, Reverend Sky, we're here, and we love you. Okay, that wasn't even in my talk. So, thank you for bearing with the different. And if you start nodding away, I will pick up my pace. Okay. So, I'm going to take you back to, it was my sophomore year, first semester at College of Notre Dame in Northern California. And I had decided, or more accurately, chickened out of going to Berklee College of Music, which is known for pop music, okay? Even though by the time I was a senior, I had an all-girls band, a manager, we toured the islands. We even released my first original on an international record label. Still, I had the stage fright that told me, music's not for me. What am I thinking? And yet, I'm going to go over here now. This song came through, this song that would change my life. So, could you mind opening my water bottle? I'm going to take a quick sip while I get ready. Thank you. Oops. I'll do this more gracefully. Thank you. I think I do this song. Yeah. So imagine a dark stage, a long grand piano, a blue light, and this song that would change my life. Can you hear the little voice? Quiet now, so tired, telling you to reach into that heart of yours. Don't ignore the dream that's calling the spirit moving through you now. Slowly growing louder, stronger, be free. The walls are falling down. The music's breaking through the clouds. Come and feel the warmth of the sun, the beauty of a song that's been unsung for too long. God, don't let the music die. The time has finally come. Cry no more. Open your wings, go and soar. The music lifts you higher. Believe your heart, it's beat the rhythm that surrounds you now. Oh, now, slowly growing louder, stronger, be free. The walls are falling down, the music's breaking through the clouds. Come and feel the warmth of the sun, the beauty of a song that's been unsung for too long. God, don't let the music die. For the first time in my life, I'm drowning in all the joy, the rapture. This moment is mine. Be free. The walls are falling down. The music's breaking through the clouds. Oh, won't you come and feel the warmth of the sun, the beauty of a song that's been unsung for too long. This moment is mine. So when I finished that song, it was silence, and then a thunderous roar. They all stood up. They were clapping. People in the front row were crying. The moment I wrote about in the song came true. And you know what? All I wanted to do was run away. I went to my husband, he was my boyfriend back then, backstage. I said, I can't do this. How many times have we wanted to walk away, from our greatness, from our own calling? And as you hear my story, I did it over and over again. But this universe, this is what's beautiful, will not let you out of your contract. And I believe it's the same for you. There's another song that wants to be sung next level, right? The reboot of what you're called to be here. So during the start, at the very start of the pandemic, right? What was 2020? Yeah. I found this amazing quote by Jamila White, and it still holds so much power for me. And it says, "We are billions of caterpillars forced into our cocoons, being called on to change from the inside out, to metamorphosize, to rest and reflect and sprout wings." Rev Skip Jennings, he's a co-host on our podcast, Voices of Unity. And he said, instead of the COVID pandemic, he would call it the sacred reset. Yeah. And sometimes reset comes, it feels like a spiritual 2x4. And that's what that moment was like for me. And I was like, okay, I got the message. I got to do music. So I went to Cal State Long Beach. I signed up for the commercial music program. Found out commercial music was jazz. And growing up in Hawaii, no jazz. And for me to get to the jazz, I wanted pop music, right? To get to the jazz, I had to do classical music. And so you all been there. It doesn't look like what you thought. There's curveballs. And yet, if you're willing, there are gifts. And for me, it gave me so many more tools in my toolbox when I went to have a music career. So right out of college, I started teaching voice lessons. And my first student, Bert Mentor, he must have found my flyer. He called me up. That's when we used to use calling, not texts. I'm remembering this. He called me and his voice was shaking. He said, Faith, I'm in my late 70s, but I really want to sing. I said, of course, come, And he told me the story of his mom taking away his tap shoes when he was 4 years old. This man, 4 decades, has been holding on this story. And I don't know how, you guys, but he found the strength to say, I'm going to do it. Screw it. Can I say that? I'm going to do it. So he showed up. I showed up. He had one tooth. He had emphysema because he smoked. He brought all his Elvis Presley songs, and he couldn't make it through because he was just crying and crying. And when I would play one note, he would sing some other note. And I was thinking, what am I going to do? How am I going to do this? Is my first student. But thank God, at least what I knew I could do was show up. And Bert kept showing up. You know what we found out? He was a good songwriter. He was so inspired by this grocery clerk that he fell in love with. She was in her 30s. I don't know if she knew how in love he was. But he wrote these 4 songs. One of them was called Queen of Hearts. And I had my little 4-track recorder. This sounds so old-fashioned. Good, there's no little kids here. You'll know what I mean, 4-track recorder. And we recorded his songs. I put music under it. His family was so proud, especially his daughter, to see her dad shine like that. And you know, it was a year later or less than that Bert passed away. He came that close to leaving this planet without sharing the song that was in him that wanted to be sung. So I was inspired by him, even though auditioning is hard, y'all, okay? Auditioning is hard. But I landed my first professional gig. It was a girl group. We wore pink pleather jackets and fishnet stockings. They flew us to Taj Mahal. We sang one song, We Are Family, right? We had backup dancers. We had makeup artists. It sounds so awesome, right? But because of that stage fright, not for me. It was so uncomfortable. And I always wish I could go back and tell the little Faith, shift your focus a little, baby. And you could see all the good that's here, But no, it got too hard, and so I quit again. And I ended up at Michelson Laboratories. I became a glamorous file clerk. Yay. I'm a go-getter, though. So next thing you know, I was the assistant to the vice president. And I remember 6 months later, we're at the park in L.A., 100-degree weather. I'm watching all the employees, play out all these things I had planned. And have you had this feeling where you're just looking at your life and you're just like, is this supposed to look different? As I'm standing there. And not that it was bad, but I knew there was something else calling me. So I auditioned again. Got my next professional job. I was a backup keyboard player, backup singer to an Interscope artist. His name was Xavier. He was being managed by Prince's managers. I thought he was incredible, quite eccentric. We're on a Winnebago. And again, this is Faith with all my stage fright, just trying to take the next step. So I'm on this Winnebago. We're going from House of Blues, Los Angeles, to House of Blues, New Orleans, and everywhere in between. And on one date in Oregon at the Roseland Theater, we go back after the show onto our Winnebago. We're all sweaty right from the show. He goes, Faith. And he really doesn't talk to me, So I was like, he's calling me, Faith. So I go and sit next to him, and he just said, Faith, you have to do your own thing. So I'm going to be your Xavier and say, you got to do your own thing. I mean, I didn't know I had my own thing. I was just trying to make it in this music industry, but it was enough. When you're listening and when your heart wants it, that's all I needed. And I started my record label. My first album's called In Search of Faith. And thank you. That was a long time ago, but thank you. 12 albums ago. And it really was about exploring me as an artist, faith, someone that wanted, step out of the fear maybe, and also my spiritual faith. Because yes, I grew up 13 years of Catholic school. My parents are from Philippines. I love them, but I don't know if it's the culture, the religion. Yes, I was this artist with all this creative drive, but I had so much fear. So thank God, hallelujah, I found New Thought Teachings. Do you guys remember when that was for you? Right? For me, it was Conversations with God. Neil Donald Walsh. Anybody else read that? Yeah. To find this empowering belief structure, to know that I wasn't a victim, that I had control over my experience, to a certain, I have control over my experience, yes. It talked about oneness, about this God that was for me, this source for good, this divine intelligence that creates universes, that I was a part of it. And so I started writing songs to teach myself, and I want to share one of those songs with you. And I'm going to need this. It's Child of This Universe. Band, wake up. Aren't they awesome? Clap, let's clap. Give them some love, the band. Woo! Okay. All right. And this is called Child of This Universe. If you feel inspired, you can do some of the hula movements or just take it in. Okay. We're still setting the mood. universe. The ocean dances at my feet. The wind plays a melody through my hair. I am loved at every turn. I am kissed by Mother Earth. Yes, I am a child of this universe. The sun warms me in its embrace. The stars have aligned for me in the sky. I am honored by all life. I am held by Father Time. Every blade of grass, every shaking leaf on a tree, every mountain top sings of the glory of God moving through me. Oh, beautiful dancers. Yes, I am a child of this universe. Through my breath, all of life can breathe. I plant the seeds with my every dream. I can love at every turn. Give a kiss to Mother Earth, yes. Oh, I am a child of this universe. I greet the God in each face. I am the channel for peace to flow. Oh, I honor all of life. Yes, I'm a one with Father Time. To every blade of grass, to every shaking leaf on a tree, to every mountain top, it sings of the glory of God moving through all. Moving is me, moving as you and you and you. F chord. Moving. Oh, moving, moving is all. Beautiful. Thank you, beautiful dancers. Thank you, band. Life is so different when you have that kind of a mind frame. So here I was, still trying to make it in the music industry. I joined the union, SAG-AFTRA, right? And yet, something else was calling me. I heard Neil Donald Walsh, right, who wrote the books, Conversations with God, was having a retreat in Oregon, free retreat, humanities team gathering. And it was for people that wanted to live those principles deeper and fuller. And I wanted to be one of those people. And so I told my husband, and it was a left turn, because this is what my husband said. Because I don't think we were married yet. He goes, okay, if you want to go to this weird thing, you're going to have to use the money you've been saving to replace your college keyboard. Made sense, right? I do music. You have to use that money, and you have to take me to the weird thing. So we went to the weird thing. And it changed everything, because not only did I get to meet Neil and Barbara Marks Hubbard, all these people that I would end up working with and, you know, serving and supporting, I met people like you, people with open hearts, people that cared about making a difference on our planet. I remember I was sitting in the seat and Neil was here, and I swear it felt like he came right to me down the stairs. He said, "What if you're the first domino to fall?" And I was like, oh, what does that mean? Like, it just, it just shook me, you know? But what I got was the idea that I needed to do whatever my next thing to do is, take that next step so all the other things could unfold. And so I'm going to be Neil Donald Walsh to you. What if you are the first domino to fall? Yes, even at this strange, wacky time, or especially at this strange, wacky time, that what if you're the first domino to fall? So yes, sometimes a call can come in that way. Other times it comes from tragedy. Talking about 9/11. I want to tell you about Valerie Carr. She's a writer, a filmmaker, an activist, a mom. She was a keynote speaker at the Unity's Eastern Regional Conference. I got to do the music, so I met her online. She talked about her uncle, Balbir Sodhi. Okay, they immigrated, his whole family immigrated from Punjab, India in the 80s to escape the violence there. They ended up in Mesa, Arizona. They opened up a family gas station. Everyone loved Balbir, you know, all the kids. He would sneak them candy once in a while. Well, just like us, when he saw the events unfolding for 9/11, he fell to his knees, that grief, that pain, and he told his brothers, he goes, I have to do something. And he was like going to go on a plane, go to New York, go give money, go do something, you know? And his brothers were like, no, hold on. You can't do that. Like, there's something else for you to do. So he said, let's do a press conference. We're going to do a press conference. We're going to tell all of America that we are standing with them in their grief, in this call for peace. Now, mind you, they are dark-skinned Indian men. They are Sikhs. That's their spiritual practice. So they wore the turbans. They look just like the terrorists. So it was a big thing for them to say, we're going to hold this press conference. So it's scheduled for September 15th in the afternoon. In the morning, Uncle Balbir, he had created this area. It was going to be a community garden for everyone to beautify the space. As he was planting, he was shot 5 times and killed on the spot. And he would become the first American victim of a hate crime in the aftermath of 9/11. So this sparked something for Valerie. It sparked the activist. She became a lawyer. It sparked his brother, Rana, who goes out to this day, speaks out on peace, shares about their Sikh culture. But she told us at a certain point when she was looking at what she was doing as an activist and lawyer, she said, I was against something. And she was being called to something else. She said, I want to be for something. And that's why she wrote, I think it's a best-selling book called See No Stranger. She has a revolutionary love project. And every year on the anniversary of his death, the whole community meets, you know, at the gas station where Uncle Balbir was shot. And of course to remember him, but really to stand in his intention for peace. Barack Obama and other leaders have been there. They even invited the killer's daughter to stand with them and to have dinner with them. And you know, the call's never done. Like, you take a step and then you keep getting called more. They were called for more. This family did their work and was able to move into forgiveness and called Frank Rogue, who was the killer. He was in jail. They called him up and they offered their wholehearted forgiveness to this man. And he accepted. And he was so grateful, he said, by the kindness they had shown to his daughter and his family. And he said, when I meet my maker, he said, I'm going to ask to see Balbir and I'm going to look him in the eyes. I'm going to ask for his forgiveness. So I know that call seems big, huge, epic, and you're thinking, Faith, I don't think I'm being called to something epic like that. But I got to tell you one more story, or maybe a few more stories. His name is Guy. He was my partner at Humanities Team at the Weird Retreat, right? And we were partners, and we're supposed to share, how can we serve? Well, I was just starting to find, you know, what I was going to do. So I was getting excited about music and inspiring people. And I said, Guy, what about you? And Guy goes, I am not musical. I'm not good with my hands or carpentry. I'm not good at math. And then his head's just going down. He's like, I'm not good at this. I'm not good. I'm like, come on, come back. Then he lifted his head up. Sparkly blue eyes. I remember nice lashes too. And he says, Faith, with all the sincerity in his heart, he said, I can love. And I knew in that instant that everybody was called. Everybody can serve. You know, Mother Teresa writes, love cannot remain by itself. It has no meaning. Love has to be put into action, and that action is service. Martin Luther King writes that everybody can be great because anybody can serve. You don't have to have a college degree to serve. You don't have to make your subject and verb agree to serve. You only need a heart full of grace and a soul generated by love. Isn't that you? So we don't got to be a saint. We don't have to be smart. We can serve exactly as we are. I could serve through my stage fright. Valerie Carr served through her anger and unforgiveness. We can serve through our seeming brokenness, you know. And the amazing thing is, it's not that we're healed through the process. I mean, what I believe is that in the process, we have an opportunity to reveal the wholeness and the brilliance and the greatness that lies within. So during this sacred reset, you got the message. I'm like your spiritual 2x4. You're being called. Everyone's being called. And you don't know where it's leading to, because let me tell you the end of the story of Humanity's Team. So it was being held at the Living Enrichment Center. I had no clue it was the largest New Thought campus center ministry of its kind. I didn't know Mary Morrissey, who ran this church, who was the senior minister, was a best-selling author. I didn't know there was a waiting list of artists waiting to perform there. But I, being nudged by my next step, said, oh, I'm going to be here. Could I sing? You know, I can sing. She chose this one song called Kumbaya, and it's not the one you know. I wrote it. It's a law of attraction song I wrote to teach myself. And there I was. The whole band learned my song. There's 1,000 people in every service, so 3,000 people hear this one song. On the jumbo screen are my lyrics that she's using now in her teaching. And I'm singing, and then when I go outside, I sell more CDs than I sold in one. Wait, I sell more CDs in one morning than I sold in a year. And just like that, I mean, I say just like that, but you heard all my little steps. It feels like just like that, I found my calling. I found this career I didn't even know existed. I was being called to step into my greatness for the betterment of everyone, and so are you. Mary said, I love this quote. She said, you are once in a universe. I added the word superstar. You are once in a universe superstar. So you know this is our moment. And things probably are going to get more funky and different. And the world is not only waiting for you, really it's calling you by name. Your name is love. Your name is joy. Your name is peace, especially on this anniversary of 9/11. And the amazing thing is, as you keep following this call, as Marianne Williamson says in her amazing quote, I'll just say the ending is that your presence automatically liberates others. There's going to come a point where your love, when you enter that room, it's probably doing stuff now. But I'm just asking us, I guess, to go more, to unfurl those wings that Jamila White said, unfurl those wings even more. And here's the thing. Your greatest gift to you and like to the world is really your expansion, your wings unfolded, and a yes to your call. You can start Called to Be from the end. So as this next song plays, I don't know, just take that in. This idea of a calling. And it might be something epic. It might be your cooking, man, is so awesome. You share your love to your cooking. Maybe you're the best listener. Maybe you step up in this ministry and say, hey, I want to be there for the kids. But just listen in. I am called to be a healer for all humanity. I am called to be a dreamer, believe in what can be. I am called to be a maker, be an instrument of peace. I'm called to be a giver of abundance I receive. I am called to be a prayer, living out the truth I seek. I am called to be everything I am called to be. Called to be the glory here on earth so all might see all the love and all the beauty that shines in you and me. I am the living, breathing God, and you are one in me. Yes, we're called to be. You are called to be a mother, to nurture family. You are called to be a brother, be strength in times of need. You are called to be a neighbor, see a friend and know your mate. You are called to be a leader, to build community. You are called to be a prayer, living out the truth you seek. You are called to be everything. You are called, oh, to be, yeah, called to be the glory here on earth, so all might see all the love and all the beauty that shines in you and me. You are the living, breathing God, and you are one in me. Yes, we're called to be. Oh, we are called to be the kindness, set the brokenhearted free. We are called to be forgiveness, where pain has run too deep. We are called to be compassion, be the wind beneath each wing. We are called to make communion, only then can we succeed. We are called to be a prayer, living out the truth we see. We are called to be everything. We are called, oh, to be, yeah, called to be the glory here on earth, so all might see all the love and all the beauty that shines in you and me. We are the living, breathing God, and you are one in me. Yes, we're called to be peace, called to be joy, called to be love, called to be peace, called to be joy. We're called to be the kindness, forgiveness, compassion, called to be. Yes, you and me. Yes, we're called to be. Thank you so much. Thank you. And actually, this is a meditation for us. I mean, this is all, I don't know, we're all vibing. I hope you're vibing because I'm vibing. But what I want to say about this song, it's called Power of Now, is that, it's an amazing thing when you're being called forward and yet to have the balance to understand that there's nothing incomplete in this moment. We're called to unfurl those wings, and yet this moment right here is so good. So I'll invite you, you can close your eyes or however you want to receive it. I want you to feel in just how good this moment is and just how good you are, because you are. The power of now is always present, nowhere to be. Then where you are, the power of now flows oh so gracefully. The power of now is always perfect, nothing to be. Then who you are, the power of now flows oh so easily. Be willing to let go of everything you think you need to know. Be strong enough to let go of everything you think you need to control. For everything goes away. Let everything wash away. The power of no. Power of now is ever flowing, connecting us all to the one. The power of now flows oh so peacefully. Be willing to let go of everything you think you need to know. Be strong enough to let go of everything you think you need to control. For everything goes away. Let everything wash away. The power of now. The power of now. Of now, the power of now, the power of now. Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Let's all go ahead and get into a time of meditation. And we're going to be a little different, and I think we're just going to relax into this and feel the energy that is in the sanctuary today. So lower your gaze or close your eyes and just get situated in your chair and be comfortable and breathe. And in this time of silence, just feel the energy, the creativity, the heart, the message. And hear now what you're called to be. And coming back slowly to this time and space. Feeling your heart, hearing your breath. Bring your awareness back to the sanctuary, back to your chair, back to your body. And as you slowly open your eyes, let's remember we're grateful, we're love, we're peace, and we're joy. And so it is. Amen.
So we have one more song to do. And this is a congregational song.
Interactive.
So I would love for everyone to stand up
Come on.
and get moving. Shake out shake your limbs out and let that blood start flowing.
Well, I just have to say thank you. Thank you for being different today, letting me share in such a, honest way. So I hope you feel my aloha. So I want you to shine your light. I want to say that your ministry is already doing stuff that you don't even know. The love of this community, you're on fire. Can I say that? All right, so you're going to sing with fire. Here we go. All right. So you know this song, but it's a little funky. Okay? Here we go. This little light of mine. What are you doing? I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, oh, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine. Oh, let it, like this choreography. Shine, shine. Everybody sing it. Shine, shine. You know you want to. Shine, shine. Hey, all around the world. Shine, shine. Everywhere I go. Where you go? What are you doing? I'm gonna let it shine. Let me hear you. Come on. Everywhere I go. What are you doing? I'm gonna let it shine. That's right. Everywhere I go. Oh, yes. Said I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, oh, let it shine, shine. Everybody sing it. Shine, shine. You know you want to. Shine, shine. Hey, all around the world. Shine, shine. Repeat after me. When there's light in the soul. When there's light in the soul. There is beauty in the person. There is beauty in the person. When there's beauty in the person. When there's beauty in the person, there is harmony in the home. There is harmony in the home. Oh, when there's harmony in the home. When there's harmony in the home. There is honor in the nation. Honor in the nation. When there's honor in the nation. When there's honor in the nation. There is peace in the world. No more living in fear. We're gonna let it shine. We're gonna let it shine. No more. No more living in fear. No way. We're gonna let it shine, shine. No more living in fear. No way. Said we're gonna let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Oh, let it come on. Shine, shine. Everybody sing it. Shine, shine. You know you want to. Shine, shine. Hey, all around the world. Shine, shine. All my brothers and sisters, sing. Shine, shine. Shine your light for the world. Shine, shine. Oh, be bright, be bold. Shine, shine. Oh, you know you want to. Shine, shine. Come on and shine your light. Shine, shine. Shine your light for the world. Shine, shine. All my brothers and sisters. Shine, shine, hey, 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 shine.
Faith, we have something else for you. If you would go back on the stage. This is what the music ministry did for you. It's a little welcome thank you gift. And before you leave, let's all bless her in the unity way, and we're still learning this, so be patient with us. Faith, we love you, we bless you, and we appreciate you, and we behold the divine in you. And so it is.
I'm blown away. Thank you. Thank you. Love you.
All right, and let's all end in our regular way with the prayer for protection. And everybody, I say the yellows and
We say the white.
all right, here we go. The light of God surrounds me.
I am that light.
The love of God enfolds me.
I am that love.
The power of God protects me.
I am that power.
And the presence of God watches over me.
I am that presence.
Wherever I am, God is, and all is well. Thank you all for being here. Thank you, Faith.
Keep on turning.